Pop culture is the entirety of ideas, perspectives, attitudes, images, and other phenomena that are within the mainstream of a given culture.
In our video, we will be discussing the popular culture's similarities and differences in the United States and China.
In America, anyone is able to get their driver's license, but in China, you have to apply for your license. Then your name is put into a raffle, and only a selected few earn their license.
The average American Netflix user watches approximately 2 hours a day, whereas in China, the government does not allow Netflix to be watched.
Horror story and I like Modern Family and I like Walking Dead.
Oh, Walking Dead, Big Bang Theory,
Agents of Shield.
Okay.
And I like
Friends.
The Real Housewives.
Real Housewives.
My taste is really hot.
My favorite TV shows are Glee, Friends, and Full House.
Clarity.
Okay.
I'll just ask you guys
So much. I'm crazy music lover. I can't say what the song is my favorite.
Do all of you guys like One Direction or big bands like
I
that?
like
One Direction, yeah. Yeah. What about Christina Aguilera, Adam Levine, Maroon 5?
Maroon 5. I was a Voice of America.
Yeah. All right.
My favorite music artists are One Direction and Taylor Swift.
I was told in England, people even 70 or 80 years old, in the evening, they might go to pub. Almost everybody go to pub, but that's not the case in China. In China, it's another cup of tea. in the evening after 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, once you finish your job, okay, you are supposed, as a parent, you're supposed to go home. When the kids, when they were young, you got to look after them, you got to even tutoring them, like a teacher. You have to watch them, watch their studying, and especially studying. So I don't think people of my generation have the time for the pop culture. But personally speaking, I like pop culture, like pop music. Pop music can make people relax. It's not always like traditional classical music. Even though lots of people of my age, we do like the classical music compared to the pop music. But pop music quite popular with people of every generation.
All right.
While on our trip in China, we noticed a majority of people using umbrellas to avoid being in the sun.
Many of the Chinese population start off their day with a morning exercise of Tai Chi.
Although China is halfway around the world, I would have never guessed our popular cultures to be so similar. I learned that many kids my age enjoy the same music as me and hobbies such as basketball and table tennis. I also learned that even though they hold traditional values closer to heart, that technology is a big impact on their lives as it is for us Americans. I am so thankful to have had the opportunity to travel to China because the memories I shared and knowledge I learned will stick with me forever.
While in China, I learned that what I thought I knew about the country before going on the trip was almost all wrong. Students don't spend all their life studying. Student life in China is actually very similar to student life in the U.S. I would also say that the Chinese value history and tradition, which I found fiercely fascinating, because it seems like here in the U.S. we learn about history, but we spend our time living in the now and keeping up with current events, rather than reflecting on our country's past. I learned to find things out for yourself rather than believing everything you hear. The China trip was an amazing opportunity, and without it, I would still be thinking China is a bunch of things that it's not. In reality, it's a lot better.
Our trip to China taught me that pop culture has become universal, and that it will continue to be significant in world culture and affairs.